Okay, this is the operator. Just downloaded the demo. Let's see what it's all about, shall we? Maybe. Let's quiet the music down. We don't really need music. Opening the voices. Okay, not really sure what that means. All right, let's do it. I have not tried this game. I haven't looked it up. I don't know anything about it other than it was free on Epic. So I thought I would download it and give it a whirl.
You will answer my questions as usual. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you understand? Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Are you currently restrained? Are you married? Do you work in law enforcement? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? Are you... Good. He's ready.
Okay. That was different. To be honest, I probably should have even read the description a little bit better. I just know I'm working for the FBI and trying to solve cases. I think that's what it said. I don't know. Probably should have spent a little bit more time reading. I just saw it, so why not try something different? Do I just put random stuff? Oh, okay, that's not what I typed. And that's not what I typed, but that's cool. Well, that's different. Anyway, so all you gotta do is just basically hit keys. It types it. It's just all you gotta do is hit keys and it types in whatever it does. So my name is E. Tanner. I am assigned to the operator program. Please read the following documents before proceeding. Your program supervisor will contact you for... Was it gonna let me read it? Okay, cool. This is a secure and monitored federal government terminal. All unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and subject to criminal prosecution. Sharing of any information from this terminal with unauthorized personnel is forbidden and also subject to criminal prosecution. What is the... Well, you know what? I'm going to read it real quick myself. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to scroll to the bottom. It's just a bunch of bull. And then I got interrupted by a call anyway. That's cool.
Hey, pal. How you holding up? Get all that booze out of you?
Booze? Yeah, let's say sorry.
What? You seriously don't remember? You wanted to celebrate your new job, and I quote, ahem, properly. Well, I'm happy you're here. You and me at the FDI together. It's really great. But I gotta tell you something. When we're on the job, I can't treat you differently than anybody else. You understand, right?
So basically, yeah, of course, Mike, I mean, Director Trench, because if I say how much does this pay, I've got the job before realizing that'd be foolish. All right, let's just do that.
Good. Well, I'd better run. The FDI can't run itself now, can it? Good luck with your first day. All right?
There you go. You gotta be professional on those secure lines. So,
Good morning, Mr. Tanner. Welcome to the FDI. I assume you're up to speed on your mission here at the operator program?
not really.
Well, as an operator, your goal is to support our agents by providing them with anything they need to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work. My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions?
These both basically the same. Yeah, I'm ready.
Fine, but first you need to learn how to respond to an agent's request. Let's do a dry run, shall we? I want you to find my age. This objective just popped up at the top left of...
First of all, I think I'm going to turn the voice up just a little bit more. That was... Alright, that's better.
your screen beside the applications menu. See it? Whenever you're stuck or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go on and click on the question mark, Tanner.
Okay. So you just, that's just, okay, she can't, go on and click on the question, question mark. I was like, alright, there we go.
Yes, just like that. You can always click on the question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm giving you access to the human database. The Human DB, as we call it here. You can find this and other tools to help you solve agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request. Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
Do I even get it? The first name is first, right? Whoop. He's 48.
Right. Like that, Tanner. I'll let you get settled in. And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
Well, I'll put you away then. Alright. Oh, I guess I was gonna look to see what the documents were, but I guess not.
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire. I have an agent working a homicide. It's her first case, too. Not ideal, but consider this a learning experience. I'll be monitoring you in the background. I'm patching the agent through now.
Okay.
It's Operator Tanner, right?
That's right, Agent.
I don't think our paths ever crossed at the academy, did they? Anyway, I got a homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary. Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival. Is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at close range around 2 a.m., just before closing time. As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar. And some kind of list that I found on the deceased. Any chance you can work your operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter?
I'm not gonna say not a problem, but I'll do my best.
Thanks, operator. Okay. I'm sending over the files. Good luck.
So I gotta find the killer's name by... Let's look at the camera. I can't pause it.
This is our cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner. Click on any relevant elements in the video to trigger an analysis. Go on, give it a whirl.
All right.
Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis.
Yeah,
Footage
no
quality
shit.
is insufficient for a proper ID, operator. You'll need to find another way to ID the killer.
No, I'm not trying. No. I want the car, not you. CPL 481. Yeah, that's a 1. That's not a 7. CPL 481. No, I'm not finding what. Well,
That's the list I found on the victim. It's pretty long. And to be honest, I got no idea who any of those people are. The bizarre thing is, that name at the bottom, it wasn't redacted when I bagged it. But I think it's irrelevant to our shooting here.
no. Don't necessarily think that's irrelevant. Everything, you need to check everything. But I want to put that on hold for a second. Applications, car database, CPL 481. I believe
Nice. Now we know the perp's name. You got something for Wells' address? Because I'll take it if you do.
not yet, but I will. Let's hope in this game there's only one Ray Wells. And let's place of birth. Where's his current address? I almost got ahead of myself. Right there we go.
Yeah, that'll do. Nice work. Next up is to bring Wells in. I'll keep you updated.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Operator Tanner.
Alright, we can X out of this stuff.
Not bad, Tanner. Not great, but not bad either.
I mean, not great.
I'll contact you later with your next request.
That was perfect. I gotta ask.
No need to worry, operator. You'll improve with time.
Because there was a slight delay. Wasn't instant. Please consult the latest FDI most wanted list. Reminder, if you discover any information during your shift that might help the FDI, inform your supervisor at once.
Tanner, I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll let the agent working the case bring you up to speed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even ask. It doesn't matter who the operator was.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
God damn it! Who are you? Great! Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long. I got a life outside the FDI, you know? Interests, hobbies, full-blooded passions. I don't have time for this. I got a missing persons case out here in Dryfield, Nevada. Connie Moore's her name. I canvassed the area, talked to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Aliens. We're gonna stick to
Middle of nowhere,
yeah.
hot as hell, sandy. Calling it a small town would be an insult to small towns. Look, I think it's bonkers, too. Another weird thing is, over the past year, 4 people in Dryfield have claimed they've been abducted. And every single time they reappeared somewhere in the middle of the desert out here about a month later. Connie's story's the same.
Wait a minute. I thought she was missing.
She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right?
Well, okay. What am I looking for?
There's something off about all this.
You
I mean,
think?
beyond all the talk of little green men, just look for something that doesn't add up, okay?
Okay, I'm on it.
Here are the files.
Thank you. We got most wanted down in the corner. Can I put the bar? No, I can't. Okay. Let's read the testimony first. Following Connie Moore's reappearance on March 5th, 1992, we recorded her eyewitness testimony concerning her supposed alien abduction. Present, Connie Moore, the victim, Agent Barry Walker, the agent in charge of the investigation, and Brittany Holt, the FDI transcriber. Can you tell us more about the day you disappeared? She was hiking in the desert out by Dryfield. Wait a minute, she was already in the desert. He said everybody appeared in the desert away from the town. Alright, so she was already in the desert. So she was taking photos. Photography is a passion, her hobby. He asked if that's a camera. Yeah. What else do you remember? It was a little blurry. She went hiking around a mountain. She remembers taking 2 photographs. Then she heard a loud noise coming from the sky. She looked up and barely had time to take another photograph. It was moving so fast, the UFO. She thinks it landed to the east, so she decided to head over and see if she could see anything else and maybe take a photo. Well, that right there's your problem. You know, you should be going the other direction. But she figured it was an hour and 45 minutes to hike that distance. Oh. She's not really sure. That's where my mind goes blank. The next thing, I'm waking up in some kind of room that I can't move. Was there someone in the room? She said, I don't like to think about it, but yes, they were there all around me, the aliens. She's what they look like. She said the room was so bright, it was like looking into the sun. She only saw the silhouettes. Sounds like she was under investigation. Interrogated, doesn't sound like aliens to me, but that's okay. They were human, except they weren't. Something was off. They were too tall and thin. It was disturbingly... Actually, I couldn't see their faces. I'm glad about that. What do you remember about the room? It was white, entirely white. Antiseptic. It smelled sort of like a hospital. There were no doors, no windows, nothing, just whiteness. What do you think they wanted with you? I think they wanted to learn about me, to study me. I was so scared I couldn't think straight. They kept asking me questions over and over again. What kind of questions? Questions about my life, my family, my beliefs, everything. I guess that's what they do, study humans. What else do you remember? They had these strange voices, sort of mechanical, and there was a machine they were using on me. It was clamped to my head. I don't know what it was, but it hurt. Can you tell me anything else, Connie? Not really. Next day, I remember I'm waking up in the desert outside dry field. My head was throbbing, maybe because of their drugs or mind probes, I don't know. I just wandered around out there. Luckily, somebody found me, or I might have died from dehydration. Then I guess they called the cops, and the cops called you. End of story. Okay, so that's a testimony. It sounds... Shit, it sounds like the government. It doesn't sound like aliens to me. Alright, let's do the phone record. Phone tower pings and timestamps from the day of Connie's disappearance. And from that she reappeared. So she was disappeared and reappeared a month apart to the day. Okay. There was no pings between the time of her disappearance or her reappearance, so she didn't use her phone. (8:45 to 11:56 was way down here. And then she was found up here. So I'm assuming this is probably where she lives. And this is her travel. So this is a desert. So she was in a desert here, but then ended up in this desert over here. So two separate deserts. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense, I guess. And let's see what the camera says. I'm not seeing... All right, what about photos? Okay, so nothing... Yeah. Nothing for video. Got two photos, and... I don't know, that looks more like... I don't know. Interesting, to say the least. At 10:13 a.m. is when she saw it. Wait, let's go back to the phone records. Wait a minute. This is 2:21. She disappeared on... wait. $3:05. Yeah, 3:05. 2:05 and 3:05. Why? This photo was taken after she was kidnapped or abducted, quote unquote abducted. But before she was recovered. So this is not a legit photo. I don't believe this is a legit photo. At first I thought maybe that the timestamp was wrong, because like, I mean, my camera, I don't even have my time date set correctly, but if this one is 9:34, 9:43, yeah, 9:34. Hello, look at that, right? 9:43 a.m. Would put her somewhere in this vicinity. Well, I'm just gonna... Wait a minute. No, wait. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have... No, yeah, I don't need help. I know what I'm doing. I messed that one up. What do you mean,
Yeah,
no? Look at the
That's
date.
the photo I think is problematic. I don't believe in intelligent life outside our planet. I don't believe in intelligent life on our planet. But we gotta be more specific. We need proof that something's off about the photo.
Well, the timestamp. That's what I was trying to click, but my bad.
Jackpot. Connie said she took that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
the aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor. Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph.
Well, let's see. I said at 10:13 a.m. It's gonna be close to that one.
All right. I'll check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn balls.
Okay. Why did that shut down like that? Hacked by... Supposed to be HAL? Hello, Evan. Okay. How do you know my name? Okay, Hal. You realize you're hacking into the FDI? Oh, okay. So you're a smart ass too. What do you mean what do you mean? I just got here. What do you mean we're not doing our jobs? Yeah, would you? Yeah. Okay. But that wasn't his name. The guy that got shot wasn't Henry Johnson's. Okay. I just started the job today. Yeah, no, I didn't notice, but did you kidnap him? No, how do I know that? Okay. I'm not interested in catching you right now. But tell me more. Shit. I mean, we will catch him, but I'm not going to tell him we're going to catch him. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut.
Yeah.
And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened?
Someone named Hal hacked my terminal.
I thought we had taken care of that problem.
What
I'll look into
problem?
this matter immediately with our cybersecurity department. The second shift of operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner.
No,
See you
wait.
tomorrow.
Wait a minute. You
And
knew
don't
about
be
this
late.
Hal? Why didn't I get a heads up? Power off. Okay. Want to go to sleep in my chair? Or did I actually get up and go somewhere? Well, let me get this straight. I take the bus or the subway to get home, but I didn't have to take it to get to work. Slight inconsistencies.
Hey, pal. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for?
I'm not sure. I think, I don't know, feel something's off. I don't know if Supervisor Skinner likes me.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about him. Xavier doesn't even like his own mother. To be honest, no, I probably shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, we'll leave it alone.
Ah, sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And, just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
Of course.
Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case. I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity.
Yeah, I bet you will.
I almost forgot. Our cybersecurity department is looking into this unfortunate matter with Hal. You can be assured that it won't happen again.
Yeah, how come I doubt that?
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right?
Yes, I do.
So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning.
Well, that's
Shot.
convenient.
Point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides, and it's my first week. Welcome to the FDI, Alexandra. Anyway, the garage has cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing.
What do you mean? It's missing.
Well, the most important part. The part where Wells is shot. Anyway, think you
So
can
it's
take
an
a
inside
look.
job.
I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar. Sorry for the vivid details.
Find something different. Okay. He's can't. Well, this is, these cameras, they should be clearer than that. So I need to find something different. Find something different. I need to see better. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I understand that. I wanted to. I need to see it better. I can't see it better. Yeah, no, I got that. I got that. I don't see a blood spatter on the pillar. Is that what that is? Three clones, three clones. I wish it was a little clearer. Okay, all the frames are consistent. Not seeing anything jump. Can we change the quality? You cannot change the quality. Something is off right there. Why? Yeah, I was gonna say it looked. I couldn't pinpoint the light, but it was something different. And a shadow. I couldn't tell it was a light bulb, but in the headlight. I'm not headlight, the windshield. See, if you look at the windshield, there's a reflection. And now you don't see the reflection.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out. Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a photo. Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
I don't think we got that kind of software. Nope, not ready to take notes yet. It's gonna be an X. Yeah.
That's the photo I sent you of the bullet, operator.
Yeah, I understand.
Can you analyze it and tell me what type of bullet it is?
Yeah, I got it. I was testing something. Patience. I don't think I've got that type of software right now. What's the settings? Oh, the settings is that. All right. I wonder. Let me check something. Did Ray Wells have a gun? Nope, no firearm license. Okay. I don't have a way to analyze it. I don't. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I had to try it. That was easy. All I do is click on it.
45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the
this is
scene.
definitely an
Keep
inside
digging
job.
And see if you can find anything else about our perp.
Oh well. Yeah, I'm listening. Here's the big butt. I can't do anything illegal. Are you sure? The world's most wanted hacker. Did I have a picture of him? What happened to my most wanted file? Yeah, so there was not an electrical glitch. It was, I'll get it, yeah. There we go, most wanted. Sure, why not? I don't care about being a knight. Murder. Hal. Okay, so you are there. You're just... I'll go ahead and put this big juicy missing part back in so you can watch it and solve this crime. I'll help you if you help me. What if somebody asks? It's gonna, yeah. Gonna bite me in the ass in the long run. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, the one that went out to take a little hike and sweating. That's all that it did. How the hell am I supposed to get anything out of that? No
I see
match.
that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later. But go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
How do I share it? I'm gonna get an X on this one. No? Okay. Oh, that's how I do it. Alright, gotcha.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this?
Software.
Well, this is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
Here we go. One 187-222-1998. No, I don't. Okay, so I don't have to memorize it. Oh. Let me try it this way. I didn't do the call. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling. Look, I get it. Hal can be a world-class pain. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FBI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes. So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in our oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's why I'm hoping you can help me. I'm sorry, but I can't really go into that. Not now, anyway. You just have to trust me. Go ahead and search them in the Human DB. The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please.
Sasha and Mia Cole. Oh, wrong one. Interesting.
Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident? You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
Of course I'm going to ask Cal. Oh, good. He's like, don't make me do that. I had to try.
Sorry, I don't understand what that means, Tanner. Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
So prove it's not an accident. So let's see. What's the ring? All right, there's a ring. You have opened a chemical sample. We have automatically given you access to the data. Okay. I'm not sure I understand what this means. Here. Alright, I got too many windows open. Take a second. Open the sample. Settings. Oh, I'd say it's solid. It's ash, it's not gas, and it's not liquid. Ion. Would be around 3.5. Sample weight in grams times 100. I'm going to say it's non-organic since it's in a house, apartment. Well, wait. She said what was left of her, right? I got way too many windows open up. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go organic. I'm gonna assume this is... Yeah, it was solid. Yeah. Read the thing. It's non-organic times 100. Threshold should be set to half, so that'd be 210. Sample matrix size We'll go 5. And we'll start. You don't like the 3.5? Ion. Oh. For a solid sample, typically around 6. Oh, whoops, yeah. Okay. That's 6. Alright, gotcha. Close some of these damn windows. Doesn't tell me anything. Close that for the moment. That for the moment. That for the moment. I need to see what I'm doing here. What's the pH? 6.5. (901). Okay. Response frequencies must be entered from the highest to the lowest. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I see 1, 2, 3, 4. (929). Two, 4, 7. .55. 1060. Calculate.
I knew it. Faulty wiring might... You know what. This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why? Maybe I'll end up at a desk in a dark basement somewhere, but
You'll end
I'm
up in a
going to keep
burnt
digging into
apartment
this.
if you keep digging into this.
It matters to me.
How so?
I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that. Feel nothing. But with Mia, I just never could.
Oh, wow. For a split second, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me.
Her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was just a person.
What the hell?
Wanted to find you. Something else out there. Sasha disappeared. She was the thought of her raising that child alone. Everything that happened.
Alright, why am I drifting off?
Someone killed them, Operator Tanner. Someone killed Mia and her baby. Are you still there?
Holy shit.
Oh. Anyway, thanks, Operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Yep. I have that feeling too. I guess I started drifting off, so that's how drifting off looks like. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I've got to say, it does. To make my life a living hell. Shit. I'm getting a call.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Of course.
I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why?
Just wanted to catch up on the
I
case.
see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood?
What's the big deal?
Oh, there's no deal, Evan. It's just highly confidential. Classified. And way above your pay grade. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, you're in on this.
I'll talk to you later.
It should be the end of the day too. I should be packing up and going home. Barry Walker.
So who the hell am I talking to this time?
Still Operator Tanner.
The same operator Tanner from before?
Yes, Agent Walker.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
The desert heat.
I found that too, Tanner. But no, that's not what I meant. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
Alright, how many corpses?
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
Photo? Wait, what? Yeah, sure, I can try.
Let me send you the files. Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
Okay, show me the photo. Bring that up, I can't read that. Welcome to Gabby, in good hands, Dr. Jenkins. So I need to find Gabby. Gabby. Facility, Gabby, Dr. Jenkins. Autopsy.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3
bent finger?
in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Okay, so let's find just Dr. Jenkins. I don't know her actual name, but Yeah, I was afraid that was going to happen. So let's do it this way. I was hoping. Photo front. Let's find him this way. Don't have him necessary. Interesting. And he's dead. Wait, Henry Jenkins. Wasn't he the one that was shot in the bar? Go back to the bar. No, Cam. Yeah, he was. Yeah, this is not a coincidence at all. Interesting. Okay, close that. Let's look at this. Dr. Jenkins. Alright, what's his tag say? PM Technologies Research and Development Director. No, it's not going to tell me about his, well, it might, his job career. Yeah, that's what I was afraid. I was, yeah. All I have is Gabby. I didn't think so.
Yeah, that looks like it could be the first name. But I'll need the last name too. I'm thorough like that.
Yeah, I bet you are. 9 years old. With a missing, okay, do we have, wait, what was it? Oh, yeah, I just did that. Missing persons list. No, that was... name list. Abigail Kelly? Gabby. Not Abby. It was Gabby, wasn't it? No. I did not click on that. In the back. Yeah, Gabby, not Abby. Gabby. So Gabby Bruce, Gabby Mills. Not Gabby Mills. That's Gabby Bruce. Okay.
How did you find this, Tanner? Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
Yeah, go back up to Gabby Bruce.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie?
Don't know.
Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Yeah, hold on. Quentin.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
I'm gonna say dead. I gotta find this one. How can I prove that it's... Oh. Wait, you just... They're all dead. Brandon Brady. Let's go Ruby Bell. That's not... Missing.
Looks to be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner. They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything your way. There you go.
unlock this one. Interesting. Do I have a way of unlocking? Quentin Spence.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury. Similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
That's a whole lot of reading. Let's skim this. I'm seeing FMP 1138 a lot. All right, I gotta try. You know, I gotta try it. Yeah, I know. I know. I only got 2 more tries and it trashed. Let's try it. Fine, I'll hit the question mark.
The symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, Tanner. I suggest checking those 2 files for clues about the password, focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those 2 files open and see if you can do something with them?
To unlock the files, use 105 idiom. Okay. If you're reading this, it means I am no longer living, and that I have been buried in the dry-field desert like the other subjects. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of operations at the Biome facility. I'm writing this letter because I'm about to resign from a job that one cannot simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all my belongings. I deserve this punishment. I am sick, so sick of everything that we have done supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I'm assuming you have found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I am not trying to shift the blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained only my research papers. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. If I found the document, that means I unlocked the floppy disk, so... Yeah, that's this right here. You have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. I had to unlock the floppy disk to get this confession. Oh, shoot. I closed it. Damn it.
Don't let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Yeah, he'll be dead by morning. And for that, guys, I'm gonna call it. It's an hour and a half into this game. I'm gonna call it this, and for now, and I'll catch you in the next one.